Welcome back once again to howtocookwayfood.com. If you haven't already, please click that button and subscribe to our channel. On the menu today, butter chicken. Absolutely wonderful. Really famous Indian restaurant style food. Is it the easiest curry to make? No. No, you've got to do this in a few stages. Is it worth it? Sure is. Let's go and do it. So let's get started. I've got a pan here. I've got some sunflower oil in there. What we're going to do is we're going to cook our chicken first. I've cut this chicken into nice thin pieces. So here it goes. Breast chicken, no skin and no bone. We're going to add to that coriander powder, some salt, and some fresh garlic and ginger. Now we don't want to overcook this chicken, so we're not going to go all the way, because what's going to happen next is we're going to remove the chicken from this pan. We're then going to start to make our sauce, and then we're going to reintroduce the chicken into it. So it's still going to cook for some time, so let's not dry it out too much. So I'm going to cook this for about 4 minutes. I'm on a kind of medium to high heat. I'll be back then. Okay, off goes the heat. This is cooked but not overcooked, so it's still nice and soft and moist. It's nice thin slices as well, so it doesn't take that long. Right, this is all going to come out of this pan. If there's any bits of oil or the garlic and ginger, leave it in. It's going to add more flavour for our next stage. Let me get on with that. So there you go, there's our chicken. Set that aside, and just a little touch of oil, because we've already got some in there, and some of that flavour of the chicken and the ginger and so on. So we're going to start by adding a little bit more garlic ginger paste, some onions. I'm using a red onion. You can use white if you want. Just get these on the go. As that happens, I'm going in with a few cashew nuts, a bit of cumin powder, a few cumin seeds, not too many of those. This is a fenugreek leaf or methi, some chili powder, about a teaspoon that was. Some more coriander powder and a little bit more salt, and that all goes. Again, I'm on a medium to high heat. Let's just cook this for 2 to 3 minutes. This is coming along beautifully. Now we're going to add fresh tomatoes. Sliced anyhow you like. I mean, we're going to liquidize this whole thing, so don't worry how you chop these. I'm also now going to add a little bit of water, just cold water. On goes the lid. Let's just cook that for about 5 minutes. We want those tomatoes to completely break down. Okay, let's take a look. I'm going to let this steam out. There'll be lots of steam happening. I'll turn the heat off. I hope you can see that. But what we have there is an incredibly broken down tomato sauce. Now, depending on how juicy your tomatoes are, I mean, that took me about 5 minutes, but it can be quicker or longer. But that is fantastic. Now, what we need to do, let it cool down a little bit, and then we need to get this into a blender and give it a complete whiz up. We want it really nice and smooth. Then I'll be back to show you the next stage. Okay, so there's our beautiful mixture. Nice and smooth, really smooth. Back in our pan again. There's no need to clean the pan at all. If there's any residue, don't worry about that. I've got a nice knob, what we call a knob of butter. Like a tablespoon. Just melting that. And as that melts, we're going to pour back in our fantastic masala. At this stage we're going to add a little bit of sugar. And give it obviously a really nice sweetness. Now it's not red, or that familiar red, and you'll never get that from any tomatoes, no matter how red your tomatoes are. You'll never get that vibrant kind of red. That's done by adding some colour. Here I've got a few drops of an orange colour. We'll mix that in, and as you can see that colour changes somewhat. Add a little more or less, entirely up to you. Now we're just going to cook this for about 4 minutes. Keep stirring it because it's quite possible to stick now it's a soup-like gravy. And then we're going to add a touch of cream and our chicken, and we're pretty much done. There you go, just a couple of minutes. Looking fantastic. Let's reintroduce now our chicken. We're going to add a touch of cooking cream. Not too much, I mean some people put quite a lot in. I'm just adding a little touch. You need to check this for salt. Let's cook this for just 2 more minutes. And this wonderful butter chicken will be ready to eat. So there we have it. Our butter chicken is done. It's absolutely divine. It takes a little while to cook, yes, but it's a classic and it's fantastic. Hope you enjoy it. See you again next time. Bye-bye.